Hey guys, Murphy Firearms Training here. Want to talk about a big bore AR that I like to say that I built it, but really I just assembled it. But I decided to build a big bore AR, and I debated really hard between three calibers. I debated between the 50 Beowulf, the 458 SOCOM, and the 450 Bushmaster. And I actually settled on the 450 Bushmaster, and I want to talk about why, but I want to talk about the gun first, and then I'll show you the ammo and kind of tell you why I settled on this caliber. So this gun, and you'll see the lower that I got was in the white, and I literally just kind of sprayed this with black spray paint, and it got scuffed up really bad toting it through the woods this summer and playing around with it. And I don't really care because I'm actually going to take this. This is going to be a deer hunting gun. I'm going to take this deer hunting. I'm going to put a scope on this. And then I've also got the flip-up sights. And I got the flip-up sights zeroed. I really like those. They work really well. And this is kind of unique. I really debated this for a while, but it's a side charging upper from Bear Creek Arsenals. And I wanted to do a review of it because I actually love the gun, but I had a lot of problems with it. And so I kind of want to go over that. So, and I didn't do the standard, what you'd get on like a PSA, low-end AR-15. I had upgraded grip, upgraded stocks, 6-position stock, and I like it in position 5. I made a little white line so I can find it really easy. But I want to just kind of show this off. I did change out the stock back plate for a QD sling mount. And so I can sling this on the QD mount if I can get this to come off. I was going to show it to you, and I can't get it to come off because that's how videos work, right? So it's QD, quick disconnect, and I can't get it off. But anyway, that's how it works, right? But it is a side charging upper, and I want to show you a few things. So, and it is clear, so I'll show you that. But it's really nice. I like the side charger because I don't have to worry about that charging handle being up here. So my rear sight can be all the way back, and it's not in the way of my charging handle. And then I can put my scope here, and my scope will come just in front of this, open sight. And so it'll all work out nicely. And I'll have this on a single piece mount that I can pull the scope off and go back to open sights if I want to. So, but anyway, this is the way it came. The upper came exactly like what you see, other than the backup sights here. It's a full-length rail. It did come with the compensator on there. And like I said, this is 450 Bushmaster. It's free float M-lock handguard. Really accurate gun. I've enjoyed shooting it. We've shot it 50 and 75 yards with open sights, and it does really well for open sights. I mean, it's good as I'm gonna shoot with open sights in a gun like this. The recoil is not bad. It shoots really well. The one weird thing, if you're an AR aficionado, is to take this thing apart. So normally, you take your upper off and you take your bolt out. To get this bolt out, and you're gonna have to come in close to see this, and might even need a flashlight, but there's an Allen screw down in that handle. I don't know if that'll show on video or not, but there's an Allen screw, and it comes with the Allen key for it. And you actually have to take this handle off, and then this piece right here screws out, okay? And it has a flat, and it has to line up with that flat when you put it back together. But this actually screws out because you don't have a charging handle. And so this is actually just a plug for the charging handle hole, and then the whole bolt comes out the back. That's really the only difference. As a matter of fact, I could probably press this pin out and show you guys real quick. It's not hard, so let me go ahead and just pop that pin out. So here it is disassembled, and you'll see this is just a screw. It is threaded, okay, so you'll see threads on it, and you thread that out, okay, so there's your threads. You thread that out, and then like I said, you have to take this handle off, otherwise it'll hit here to pull your bolt out. So, and I don't have the Allen screw handy, I'm not gonna do that, but, and then you just thread this back in, and when you thread it back in, there's a flat. You have to stop. You can't tighten it all the way because the flat doesn't line up. You just get it in there far enough, so if I tighten it all the way, the flat's actually facing up. Okay, so I have to tighten it so that the flat is facing down, and then I'm gonna close the gun, and you'll see the flat lines up, right? So the flat lines up, and the pin goes back in. So anyway, That's the only difference really between the side charging AR and the standard AR. I don't want the ambidextrous feature. I think the handle, if you're going to put a scope on it, is actually in the way. So I actually really like the side charging handle. Now, because I'm going to take this gun hunting, I actually bought a smaller magazine and then a larger magazine, okay? So what I want to do now is I want to get a close-up of the ammo, and I want to talk about the caliber a little bit. So I was debating 50 Beowulf, 450 Bushmaster, and 458 SOCOM. So here's the 450 Bushmaster. It shoots a .452 bullet. The 458 SOCOM, as it implies in the name, shoots a .458 bullet. And when I was debating between those, and of course the 50 Beowulf shoots a 50 caliber, it's the same as a 500 Smith & Wesson. I do have a 4570, which shoots a .458 bullet. I have a 45 Colt and a 454 Casull that shoot a .452 bullet. So I have both bullets on hand for reloading, and I am a reloader. But what made my decision for me is 458 SOCOM is not a SAMI recognized cartridge. So load data is very hard to come by, and none of your major manufacturers makes ammo for it right now, okay, at the time of this video. 50 Beowulf is pretty much the same way. 450 Bushmaster, there is published load data from multiple manufacturers. So for me, it is easier to load quality published load data for this cartridge. So that kind of sealed it for me. And I was really between the 458 and the 450 because I have bullets for both. And that kind of sealed it for me. And I'm not hunting big game. If I lived in moose country, I would have gone with the 458 SOCOM because they're bigger, tougher bullets for that gun. But the whitetails around here dress out between 100 and 150 pounds typically. This is plenty of bullet for those, as well as for wild hogs, things like that. These are 250 grain FTXs. They also have a 300 grain flat point. So anyway, that's your ammo. It's pretty much a straight walled cartridge with a rim that is, it's not a 223 rim, but it is a 7.62x39 rim. So it's the same bolt as a 7.62x39. But there's it's a really funky rim because the rim just looks small for that cartridge. But anyway, that's your cartridge. And what I want to show you, this is a 30-round GI mag. So this is your standard AR-15 30-round GI mag. And the only difference between this and a standard AR-15 mag is it has a single follower in it. I don't know how well that'll show up on camera, but if you're familiar with an AR-15 mag, this is a single follower. So it's not got that stair-step deal. This is a single stack magazine. This holds 9 rounds. Standard AR-15, it holds 30. This holds 9 rounds. And when you load them up, they load single stack. So they load just like a single stack handgun. They load single stack. And so you can see, and there's a little bit of room on the sides, but pretty much that's how it loads single stack. So this is a 9-round magazine. And I have one of those, and I like it. It's great. I'm a fan of high-capacity magazines, or as I like to call them, standard capacity magazines. Okay? But I did buy this guy. Now, this is a 20-round GI mag, and for this gun, it is a 5-round. This is a 5-round magazine. Okay? And again, it loads just like a single stack mag. You push it down and back, grabs there on the feed lips, voila. And I got this guy because for hunting, when I put the 5-rounder in, it is slightly shorter than the handle, and so it's very well balanced for walking through the woods and for sitting in a tree stand. Whereas the longer mag, the 9-rounder, bumps a whole lot of things when you're out hunting. So anyway, so I did get the shorter mag for hunting. As far as AR-15 goes, I mean, the ergonomics are identical to an AR-15, and you can buy an ambi charging upper. I did very intentionally choose the side charging, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and I actually really like it. I think every AR platform I buy from here on out will be side charging. You know, but that's just me. I mean, I enjoy it, and it is an opinion. Now, to the one con, so I got this from Bear Creek Arsenal. They make very accurate uppers, and they were, phenomenal groups that we've shot with this gun. It shoots very well, but when I put this gun together, went to the range, and it would not cycle. It absolutely would not cycle. Literally, you'd have to hand cycle every round. Okay, so I tried changing out the buffer. I tried oiling the gun because some AR-15s like to run really wet. Nothing helped. And the test that I did, if you're interested, is I actually put painter's tape around the gun right here. Okay, painter's tape, to see how far this side charging handle tore back. And for it to properly cycle, it should be coming not quite all the way back, but it should be coming back to about there. Okay, it should be just a little gap here. It should almost come all the way back. It shouldn't hit, but it should come darn close to hitting back here. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me actually lock it open. For it to cycle the last round and hold open, it's got to cycle that far back. Okay, and so I kind of eyeballed where it needed to go. I put painter's tape on the gun. I shot it, and it was coming to like here. I mean, it was like an inch short of cycling that round. And did a lot of reading. I actually changed out the buffer. That didn't help. Like I said, I tried running it oilier. I tried running it drier. Went through a couple of boxes of ammo playing with this thing. And I finally decided that it was undergassed. And when I did a little research online, what I found out is a lot of the big bore uppers from Bear Creek are undergassed. And so I ended up going up 4 or 5 hole sizes. And I have a machinist drill bit set that has all of the number and letter drills. Something like a 126 piece set. And I would literally go up a drill size, go shoot 3, see if it cycled them, go up a drill size, shoot 3, see if it cycled them. And so anyway, I finally found the sweet spot. And now it feeds every round. It shoots the 250s from Hornady. It shoots the 300s from Federal. It's a very reliable gun. It is a lot of fun to shoot. But that was the one issue that I had. And from what I read online, if I had sent it back to Bear Creek Arsenals, they would have fixed it for me. But I'm a tinkerer. I like to have a project, as my wife likes to say. And, once I decided it was undergassed, I figured, heck, why not play with it myself? So, and the other thing I thought about was possibly adding an adjustable gas block, which if you over-drill it and over-gas it, that's a way to fix that. But I think it's pretty much properly gassed now. It runs well, but it doesn't recoil too hard. I'm surprised. I really expected more recoil from the 450 than I get. It doesn't really kick that hard. I think it kicks less than your 308s or your 30-06 bolt rifles. I think it kicks less than an AR-10 chambered in 308. But it's definitely not a 223. If I hand it to you and you shoot it, you'll know that it's something bigger than a 223. But it is fun to shoot, puts a lot of energy down range, and I'm really, really excited to take a deer with this gun and see what the results will be. So hopefully that'll be next deer season, and maybe I'll have an update for you. But anyway, if you have questions about Bear Creek Arsenal uppers, the 450 Bushmaster, anything like that, leave them in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them. Thanks for your support. Please like and subscribe.